and we are live from IFS World Conference in Boston. My name is Alan O'Neill. This is Webquarters TV, and I am delighted to be joined by Mr. Merlin Knott. Merlin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Alan. So yes, I'm Merlin Knott. I'm the global head of partner and channels at IFS.
Well, I'm glad you said that. So, Merlin, you come from a very, very impressive background, if you don't mind me saying. You have had a very successful career working for a well-known German software vendor.
Indeed.
And we are delighted that Darren and others has encouraged you to come and join the IFS team.
Well, to be honest, it didn't require a tremendous amount of encouragement. You know, IFS is in an enviable position in the market at the moment. There are very few credible alternative choices for customers, and IFS is one of them. There are also very few software companies that are growing at the rate and volume that IFS is, and that's very attractive. You know, you want to be part of a winning team, and you want to be part of something that has the ability to change the way that we do business.
Absolutely. I said to Darren before, he's very humble and doesn't let you compliment him. And if you do compliment him, he says, "Oh, it's not me, it's my team, it's the customers, it's the partners, etc." So I said to him, but you can't take away from the fact that it's been single-digit growth for many, many years. Darren gets involved, and we have double-digit growth. In fact, we did some analysis. He's worked for 388 working days and 77 weeks since he took office and became CEO, and if the analysis of the EBITDA, which is 84% increase, he's increasing the business value and shareholder value by 1% plus every week.
And you know, it's credit to Darren. I must say he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever worked with. His ability to retain information and the details is absolutely unique. I would guess that most people would relate that almost to a memory of everything that he hears. And the true benefit to IFS and to the people that work with him is that he's a very people-centric man.
Yes.
So he has a loyal group of people who look and enjoy working with him. And the result of that is that when you get to work, you know you're part of something that's going to be successful and that ultimately you can have an impact. And that's a very compelling reason to go to work every day. Almost every person who is employed wants to be able to have a real impact on what they do. And I think if you can work for a company that allows you to create more than just work effort, that's what you want to achieve in life.
Yeah, I agree, and I think from a partner's perspective, not only do I get the sense and feedback from employees and certainly the leadership team of IFS that there is a real proud commitment to actually work under the leadership of Darren Roos, but there's many partners who feel that way too. I know Webquarters team is extremely focused on making sure that we, since we've become a partner last year, obviously we've been working in the IFS ecosystem for 20 years, but under Darren's leadership, we were made a global partner last year. I think every single person pushes that extra bit hard under Darren Roos' leadership, and I think that says that speaks volumes for what's going on in IFS and certainly in the partner ecosystem.
And I think, you know, you can't underestimate the value of IFS actually as a company and a brand. So I think there was a lot of things that were very complementary. When Darren joined, he was able to bring some of the best components that were already there and just rise them to the surface so that they could achieve their full potential. And he's very good at doing that. So if you look at items like, for instance, the fact that the customer loyalty based on customer satisfaction is probably the highest in the market.
Yes.
That is a unique feature in the ERP segment. When I started with the company, I went and did, like everybody does when you start with a company, a web search to see how customers felt about IFS and its ability to execute. And it's substantially higher than the rest of the market. And I was very surprised by that because it's not necessarily a brand that is well recognized globally. It's kind of like the best kept secret in the ERP market.
Yeah.
And, I think that's the ability that Darren has, is to bring that brand forward and bring it into the light and give it the visibility it deserves. So I think, when you add the components of a great company, a great culture, and then a great leader, you get the performance results, which is where we are now.
100%. Best software, FSM, voted number one FSM software in the world, bar none. Happiest customers, and triple-digit growth for the partner ecosystem. We've gone from, I've been around the IFS ecosystem as a non-partner, and we've gone from a organization who perhaps had a competitive angle, competitive element to partners in the past, to a very collaborative approach to embracing partners and realizing that actually, in order to fulfill growth by 2021 and in order to achieve 1 billion in sales and 40% delivered sold and delivered by partners, we need to make sure we surround ourselves with some great partners. That is obviously one of your primary objectives. How today are you ensuring that you find the next Webquarters in different regions, Merlin?
So I think there's two parts to that question. Acquisition of partners is really an element of where partners see opportunity. So in fact, partners are coming to us, right? Yes. It's well known in the market that most of the software companies are really working hard to achieve single or double digit growth, really in the bottom kind of 5 to 15%. When we come out with our half-year results, and year-on-year we've got a 48% growth. Yes. That's attractive naturally for partners, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do the maths. We are not growing our resource base internally at 48%. No. Our partners' resource base, however, is increasing at 48%. So that tells you where the business is going. Absolutely. We are creating the capacity to deliver to our customers in our partners. That becomes very attractive for new partners, and it becomes very attractive for our existing partners. I think the key is that we as IFS have to make the investments to support a consistent delivery model for our partners. And what do I mean by that? So we are providing more resources internally to support our partners. We are providing new education, new capacity for our partners, and we are also investing in making sure that they have access to every tool and every system that our internal capacity, our internal consultants use in order to deliver to our customers. What we're also doing is we're expanding our internal capacity around project assurance and safeguarding, and we're providing that resource to our partners to guarantee a consistent one IFS sense for our customers. And that's really about making sure that that customer satisfaction is retained and the integrity of our brand is retained as we bring new partners into the market and help our existing partners to differentiate themselves with customers.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, upon closing, we don't want to take too much of your time, but Merlin, we'll talk to you all evening. There are many things that maybe the IFS ecosystem are unaware of when it comes to having a true software as a service in a cloud. And we are leading, IFS is leading the way, even over the big German software vendors. Do you have insights that you could share with us on where we are going in that regard? And instead of having just a software that is hosted, even a Salesforce.com is a hosted solution, but having a true calculus solution that's operational. Could you give us some insight on that, Merlin?
Yeah, so I think the first thing is our hashtag for the challenges. Yes. Apologies, it's been a long day. It's really about customer choice. And what does customer choice means? So a lot of the customers that I engage with have spent a tremendous amount of money implementing ERP solutions. They have spent years in refining the way that they deliver their back-end capability around finance. And quite honestly, they want to continue to enjoy the benefit of that investment. At the same time, they're being challenged to expand and take on new markets, new incorporated businesses which they've acquired, and rapidly onboard those investments. Now, where I see the market going at the moment is really in terms of the trend where you have consolidation and then you have best of breed.
Yes.
Our customers and the market as a whole can really benefit from the fact that IFS's model of delivery is not restrained by on-premise or the cloud or a blended environment. It's a customer choice. So if you want to continue to sweat your legacy asset and take advantage of that investment, you do so, but then you expand out into the territories with IFS and you have a rapid ability to deploy and deliver. You know, we have many examples of customers, new and existing, who have either upgraded or delivered within a 3-month period. Our competitors cannot claim that. They cannot deliver a consistent quality, stable environment for customers to deliver a body of work and a body of capacity within a 3-month period. We can do that, and we can do it at a cost level that can't be matched. So the customers that I have engaged with worldwide really talk to the value proposition of being able to sweat the historical asset and then use IFS to expand.
Yes.
And I think that's the message I would take, is that it's not really about a move to the cloud. Cloud is just a way to consume something.
Yes.
It's about deciding how to realize the value from your investment. And customers need guidance, but they need choice. And many of the vendors in the market today are removing that choice. They have said, we will not continue to support the environments that you have, and we will force you to an environment that we think is more functional, where in fact it's more about economics. It's how do they maintain their sustainability as organizations.
Brilliant. I have to apologise for the sound quality. There is a gentleman called Lewis Capaldi warming up in the background for the evening entertainment, which we'll have to get off this podcast studio and let them get on with it. I could listen to you all day for 2 reasons. One, because you speak absolute sense. I've got to say, out of all the people that I am fortunate to be surrounded by, I'm learning so much from you and from what your plans are with IFS, and I thank you for that. And also that South African accent is just it is just the best, Merlin, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate, great compliments. I think we want to be very clear in our direction, and what I hope is that after the 2 days we've spent here at World Conference and with the Partner Summit, that all of our partners have a consistent message, they understand where they can participate, where they can take away economic value from our relationship, and that they have the support that they need to be successful. So thank you very much, and it really is a privilege to be invited to come and speak.
Thank you very much. One last thing, we open our studios in Eden Point, new offices in Manchester Airport, back end of October. At some point over the next few months, we would love you to come and join us in the new studio up there.
No problem.
Merlin Knott, thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining us at Webquarters TV.
Cheers.
It's a privilege. Thank you very much.